going to be a little funky. All right, everybody. Thanks for joining me.
I feel a little crazy.
Yeah, I feel a little crazy too. Yeah, everybody, let me stop this here. Thanks, everybody, for joining me. We're going to be listening to Skyhooks singing Living in the 70s. So, been there, done that. Lived right straight through it, man. Didn't even slow down. This is coming from a request from Corbong. Dave, thanks, buddy. Just reacted to your the Angels. So I'm looking forward to. You always come up with some off the wall, at least in my opinion, off the wall videos or songs that maybe other people have polished right on through. So I'm excited to see what you got me reacting to today. Okay, so for the rest of you, thanks for stopping by here and spending your time with me and the rest of us. Let me come over here. We're gonna all watch Skyhooks singing "Living in the 70s" together. All right, man. Without further delay, let's just get right into it. This one. Here we go.
To calm me down. I feel a bit nervous. I feel a bit mad. I feel like a good time that's never been had. I feel a bit fragile. I feel a bit low. Like I live the right life, but I'm on the wrong show. I'm living in the 70s. I feel like
Yeah, I'm living in the 70s. I will tell you that a lot of times when people, me included, when I look back on living in certain decades, you have different memories than what you experienced. Sometimes you'll think, oh man, the 80s were just, the greatest thing ever, but really when you were living there and when you think about it, you were like, it wasn't that great a deal. But when you say, when I look back on the 70s and I thought they were kick-ass, the truth is the 70s were kick-ass, especially musically. But everything else too, man. I don't have anything but fond memories of the 70s. And of course, I started the 70s at 10 years old and into the 70s at 20 years old. So that's, as a young man, that's probably one of the biggest things. That time frame, that age group thing, is when you're really forming who you are and who you're going to be. And I was so fortunate, man, that we had Leonard Skinner and I even saw the Beatles, earlier, but we had Creedence Clearwater, Bob Dylan, and a lot of them were crossed over from 60s. I realize that, but the Eagles, golly, man, 38 Special, Molly Hatchet. We had so many great bands that they're still being listened to today by today's generation. And I don't know what generation that is. I don't know if it's Q or Z or X or whatever the hell. I'm already lost on what generation is born when. But I just go by, when you were born in the late 50s or early 60s, you had a pretty damn good adolescence in the 70s. It was just a good time, man. We had hitchhiking, we had the Beach Boys, and good Lord, man, I could probably go on and on and on about how nice it was to grow up in that time. And then the 80s hit, and you had the freeway murderers and the hitchhiker murderers, and you had the hillside slayings, and you had all these serial killers trying to outdo the next serial killer. But the 70s, nah, man, it was bitching the whole time, at least for me and my friends. So let's get back to it. This is good. I don't know who they are or where they're from, but it's okay. Let's get back to it.
70s, I'm living in the 70s. Za, 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 za. Za, za, za. Za, 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 za. Za,
Grew up a little bit.
my legs are shrinking and my roof's been raised. I feel a little vexed up. I feel a little queer. I feel like a raw man that can't drink his beer. I'm living in the 70s. I've just caught another disease. I'm living in the 70s. I'm living in the 70s. I'm living in the 70s. Eating basement under plastic trees. My face gets dirty just to walk into town. I need another pill to calm me down. I'm living in the 70s. 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 I feel like I suck my teeth. I got the right day, but I got the wrong week. I get paid for just to see a freak. I'm living in the 70s. I'm living in the 70s. I'm living in the 70s. I'm living in the 70s.
Okay, man. Skyhooks, living in the 70s. So I didn't notice this when I first loaded this up and started to react to this one. So let me read you what it says in the description. It says, Living in the 70s was released in October of 1974 on Mushroom Records. It is the debut album by Melbourne band Skyhook. It spent 16 weeks at the top of the Australian album charts. Sorry, I know it sounds like I'm reading this choppy, but it's hard to read from where I'm at. All right, it spent 16 weeks at the top of the Australian album charts and became the highest selling album by an Australian act up until that time. 2 singles were lifted from the album, Living in the 70s and Horror Movie. The latter, the Horror Movie, spent 2 weeks at the top of the Australian singles charts in 1975. All right, man. So there you are. It's a Melbourne band from the 70s, and this was happened to be 1974. It doesn't give any information on what happened to them since then, but y'all can look that up. You got internet just like I do. So anyway, that's going to do it for me, y'all. Thank you for stopping by and spending your time with this old guy up here in Texas. All right. So, yeah, I think I've said it all. Hit that like button, subscribe button, and till I see y'all again, I'll catch you on down the road. Let's go over here. Be ready for the next one, because it'll either come out tomorrow or the next day, somewhere around there. But if it doesn't come out today, I'll post 3 every day until I run out of stuff to post. All right, see y'all.